Random Wednesday on a Random Wednesday. Exciting times we're living in. Today we bring you guys the test of this wonderful vehicle, the JAC T9. Now the JAC T9 comes with a pretty solid engine, and we're going to take a look at that a little later on. But boy, is he not a looker. I mean, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's imposing in size, gorgeous in this wonderful gray color with the flakes in the paint. Absolutely stunning. And when you look at the front, that grille is so imposing. I don't know, am I the only one that watches superhero movies? I'm getting memories of Bane and that mask of his from one of the Batman movies. That's really what this car reminds me of. Sits on gorgeous 18-inch wheels. Let's take a closer look at this vehicle, starting off with what it has under the hood. Now, first of all, when you get to the bonnet of this car, gas struts. Oh, I love that. All cars should come with gas struts. But this JAC comes with a 2-liter turbocharged motor, 2-liter turbo diesel to be exact. Now this engine is good for 150 kilowatts. And listen to this, 410 Newton meters of torque. This car is designed to tow 3.5 tons worth of weight. And interestingly, much as it is a double cab with a sort of smaller load bay at the back, it is designed to carry a full 1,000 kilograms. So you've got the power, you've got the good looks. Let's take a look at what else this vehicle has to offer as far as its design and styling is concerned. So let's take a look at a few more features of the exterior styling of the JAC T9. Now, first of all, it's got these very sturdy roof racks on it. You've got your shark fin aerial that comes in the body color of the vehicle. Coming down, you've got these gorgeous chrome door handles that just pop on this color that you find on the vehicle. Included in the chrome on the outside is not only the grille, but the very large mirrors too. And then you've got these wonderfully sturdy side steps with the JAC embossed in them, along with these this roll hoop on the back of it too. All steel, all feels very, very sturdy, very qualitative. As you walk around the side, you've got these very distinct LED lights, which are not only limited to the front but also the back. When you see it, you know what you're looking at, because no other bakkie has LED lights that look even remotely similar to this. Around the back also, you've got this nice rear step to get into and out of the rear of the bakkie, also with the built-in park distance control sensors. Same as the front, we've also got a rear view camera. Now that really ties in with the 360-degree cameras that this vehicle has built in. It makes it so easy to park it. Along with that light steering, these 360-degree cameras go a long way towards making what is quite a big car feel very, very small. The load bay is actually lined. It's rubberized for you, and it comes with 4 very sturdy tie hooks in the back. The door of it, unassisted, which I'm seeing happening quite a lot nowadays, but it would be nice just to have a gas strut there that would assist you as you are closing it. But that said, for what this package is, at the price point it comes in at, this is an absolutely amazing vehicle. Let's take a look at what it looks like inside. Welcome to the interior of the JAC T9 Superlux 4x2. Step inside. But yeah, look, coming to the interior of this vehicle, it's got this faux leather that is all the rage nowadays. Now JAC as a manufacturer has definitely gone a long way towards making this interior feel premium and sporty. Excuse me. One of the things I love about this car is it's all black. So, you know, your roof lining is black. It makes it feel like the car shrinks around you. It makes it feel that much sportier. Added to the sporty feeling of this vehicle is the fact that it comes with this leather steering wheel, which is an okay size. The size of the rim of the steering wheel is okay too. It's nothing too spectacular. It would have been nice to have it just a little chunkier, but it's okay. It gets the job done. But the steering wheel comes with its leather stitch steering wheel. It comes with this satin silver accents on it, a little piano black too, but it's a 2-spoke steering wheel, and it almost feels like those yokes that the Teslas have, except it's a full wheel, because you've only got the 2 spokes on the side. Now on the spokes you do find your multifunction buttons there for your cruise control, your sound system control, your telephone control, and they fall easily to hand. They're easy to understand. You know, after 5 minutes driving this car, you sort of get to grips with them. Interestingly, there's no physical knob for the volume control on the sound system. It's only the buttons on the steering wheel. And added to that, it's buttons on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So no one can reach over and turn down your volume or turn it up for you. No, it's strictly in the hands of the driver how loud the music is in this car. So that's refreshing. I like that. Puts the driver firmly in control. But you know what, like I say, these buttons, easy to navigate, easy to get to grips with, easy to understand, and once you get them, then you're fine with it. It's a comfortable place to be. The seat is electrically adjustable. All of this quilted leather that you find on the seats, perforated leather on the seats themselves, means that it'll be a pretty comfortable place to be. Even driving long distance, the perforated leather means it will breathe a little better than normal solid leather seats. So it should be a very comfortable place to be, even on very long drives on hot days. Only gripe I have with, and we honestly believe it's just an issue with this model, possibly, is the air conditioner. Now, you got vents at the back for your rear seat passengers, and those vents, you get the air coming out, but it takes a while for this cabin to cool down. It takes a while for the air to really accomplish what it is that you want it to. But yeah, it's okay. We've got up front USB-A chargers and a 12-volt socket. We've also got wireless charging in the front for this vehicle. But interestingly, no USB-C at the front of the car. Where you do find USB-C is with the passengers that sit at the back. They have USB-A and USB-C. It's a bit confusing why we wouldn't get USB-C up front, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. Apart from that, you know, when it comes to your conveniences that you find in the car, it feels absolutely stellar. There's this almost brushed steel looking plastic strip that runs across the entire interior, from the back doors to the front doors, across the front of the dashboard, and it's a nice touch. You know me and these interiors, right? When I see something like that, I gotta rub on it, you know? It feels nice. It feels good to touch. And then just above it, you also get the strip of like a satin silver, which also lines the interior. It surrounds the vents for the air conditioner. Very, very nice material. Also, it just helps to lift it from, you know, lift it above what its competitors do offer, especially at this price point. And then we've got this bar that runs across the dashboard with this padded leatherette sort of material in it. And all of the leather in this particular model, this being the 4x2, the Superlux, has this red stitching on the leather. And again, very nice. It touches like those just help to lift. With a black interior, it's very easy to have a situation where it feels bland and boring. But with this one, those little touches, the red stitching and the brushed steel, the satin silver, they just help to lift the feel of the interior so that it doesn't feel boring sitting behind the wheel of this car. Interestingly, we've got a nicely sized center cubby under the armrest, but that center cubby also has an aircon vent in it. So that means you can put your drinks in there on a hot day. When you're running around, aircon is blowing, it'll keep them cool. So it's sort of like a fridge. It won't keep them as cold as a fridge will, but it should prevent chocolates from melting. It should prevent drinks from getting too warm, which is a nice touch. You don't see enough of that nowadays in vehicles, and this is a welcome addition to this car. The cup holders that sit behind the gear knobs, stunning gear knob too, with a piano black on it and the satin silver around it. But the cup holders that sit there are two different sizes. The one is shallow. It sort of looks like it'll take your 500 ml bottle or your standard cup, and then the other one is a little deeper and a little wider. So that looks like it'll probably take your bigger bottles, your liter and a half or something, like maybe not a liter and a half, probably about a 750 ml bottle. But that's an interesting touch. Just two different sizes for the cup holders up front. Cup holders at the back are built into the armrest in the rear seat, and those are pretty standard there. But yeah, it feels really premium in here. The fact that there's a sunroof, this is a bucket that talks to me. You know me, guys. Sunroofs are my thing. You gotta sometimes just let some fresh air in from the top down, let in a little light if you're feeling gloomy. But yeah, the sunroof definitely does help with just improving your general feel of how it is that the interior of this car feels. Any car with a sunroof just feels that much more premium. So yeah, I mean, these T9s starting at about 549,000, 550. The package that you get at that price, man. Now, I did say I'm not going to be referring to cars by their country of origin, but we all have to say that the Chinese brands are definitely doing the things when it comes to the pricing of the vehicles. So, they're really on point with what it is that they're doing there. Mirrors in both front visors, sun visors. You got the piano black around the controls for the sunroof. It feels good. It feels like it was really, really well thought out, and there's nothing better than being in a car that feels like whoever put it together actually thought about you when they put it together. So I'm very happy with this interior. I'm finding that I'm being surprised by a lot of Bucky interiors nowadays, and the drive of these vehicles when I'm in them. Clearly 2025 is a good year to buy a Bucky, because they are really doing things that growing up, the time when I grew up, this would be unheard of to have in Buckies. But they really do everything that you want them to do. One other gripe that I have with it: gorgeous infotainment system, very simple to navigate. It's got everything you need on it. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto requires you to plug in a port. In this day and age, I don't know. I was hoping it would be wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but unfortunately it isn't. You have to have a cord then that you plug in that then gives you access to the features that come with the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto. But yeah, apart from that, it's a really, really good place to be. Driving impressions of the JAC T9. Now, this is the 4x2 model, so it's not full-time 4x4. It's big. I'll tell you that much. But it's gorgeous. The interior feels very, very well put together, and there's some nice premium touches. First of all, let's deal with the fact that we're driving over some pretty undulated surfaces, and it's soaking them up quite well. First of all, the NVH work that was put into this car, absolutely stellar. It's quiet in this interior. I mean, you can literally hear a pin drop. you can't hear anything outside. You can't even hear the engine of this vehicle unless you're doing some hard acceleration runs. But it's absolutely perfect, because that really goes with the feel of this vehicle. Now, we're working with a 2-liter turbo diesel engine here, and the performance figures for this turbo diesel engine, guys, don't mind the speed humps. This is math. If you know anything about Math Town, you'll know that we have got speed humps everywhere. So yeah, it tends to be a bit much. But this 2-liter turbocharged engine is pushing out some serious figures. Power is 150 kilowatts, and the torque is 410 Newton meters of torque. 410 Newton meters of torque means this car is quite powerful. It's got a towing capacity of, again, 3.5 tons. These are figures very similar to what you get with Isuzu's 3-liter turbo diesel engine. This is a 2-liter. It's a whole 1,000 cc's smaller than that unit, and yet it's able to punch in that weight class. Quite amazing. The 0 to 100 time for this Bucky is 11.5 seconds. Now, you don't buy this Bucky for the 0 to 100 time. No one's going to be running around flying in it. But all that tells you is, for a vehicle of this size, this weight, those figures definitely translate into on-road performance. You see what you're doing, you feel it. It's very light on its feet. When you put your foot down, put it in sport mode, your overtaking acceleration, it definitely does what you need it to do. You'll never be frustrated with this car being stuck behind traffic. The gearbox is an 8-speed ZF gearbox, and it runs through the gear ratio so smoothly. From standstill, you take off, it flies through 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5, and you literally don't feel it going through the gears as it does so. So it's one that I'm very, very happy with how it delivers the power. It feels very stable too. It's got different modes. Let me just scroll through the modes here and tell you the different modes. Right now we're driving in eco mode. You've got snow mode. You've got sport mode, of course. You've got normal mode also. So, with the snow mode, I guess that's sort of like also your gravel mode. When you're driving on a surface that's a bit, iffy, if that's the word I can use, then you use that snow mode. I've been pottering around in eco mode, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You drop this thing also into sport mode, and you are sitting with, obviously you're not doing anything crazy with it, but it starts sharpening up some of its responses. So it starts, changing gears just that much quicker. You put your foot down, and the acceleration feels just that much stronger. The brakes are up to par too, but especially the accelerator pedal, it feels just that much more sensitive when you do put it into sport mode. But yeah, driving around in traffic, it's frustrating to be in sport mode, because you look down, you see it says sport in red, and you just want to gun it, but there's traffic. So hey, let's behave. The drive is very relaxing. Commanding position, sitting way up high. By the way, these height adjustable seats, they drop so low. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love it. You want to feel like you're in a sports car, drop it all the way down, put it into sport. You're sitting real low and you can do your thing. But if you want to feel like you're fully in control, raise it all the way up and you feel like you're on top of the world too, virtually stick your head out the sunroof at my height. But yeah, it's one of those things where small things like that, again, and I'm gonna keep reiterating, it's the little things that make a vehicle just feel that much more special. Oh man, what a time we've had with this vehicle right here. The JAC T9 is actually a very, very good car. Not only from a looks perspective, as you can tell, imposing as this vehicle is, it turns heads. everywhere you go. You jump inside, it feels absolutely premium. That sound system, though not name branded, absolutely on point. And then the nice touches, the JAC logo just on the side of these gorgeous daytime running lights. Small things like that go a long way towards making a car feel very special, and this one definitely does feel special. This is Random Wednesday, and this is what we do. If it's your first time bumping into our channel, please hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. If you are subscribed, like the video. If you have liked the video, share it with someone who you know that might be interested in what it is that we do. My name, not important. What's important here is what we're doing. This is Random Wednesday. Let's get it.
Now let's take a look at some quick specs. For more information, please contact the numbers on screen.